Leadership is not something that people do on their own. If you have an important job, important task to do, you need help. We need each other. And that's what we are. We're a community that cares deeply about making sure that our children, our students, have the resources, the coaching, the mentoring, the education that they need to be successful young adults in just a few short years. And I have a poster in my office, which I've been carrying with me for quite some time. And if I already told you this story, just go like that and tell me to stop now. But when I had the wonderful opportunity to start in education at a fairly early age during college as an instructional aide, and then continue to move on. But shortly, actually my third year into being a principal, I was able to apply to Harvard, and I was accepted. Shocked the daylights out of me. But anyhow, I figured their mistake. That's okay. While I was there, though, one day I was in the bookstore and I saw a poster. Now, these posters that I'm going to describe to you, you might, if you're older like me, you'll probably remember them. They're kind of out of style now. But it was a great big poster, and its name was The Doors of Harvard. And you could see the doors of Boston, you could see the doors of New York, the doors of Seattle. It was a thing a while ago to have just a poster with a bunch of doors from the location. And I loved it. But I was a student and on a really tight fiscal arrangement, shall we say, because I had to give up my job to go back there. And so I knew that poster was for sale for 2 years before I bought it. It cost $5. It gives you an example of what we were struggling with. But after I got hired, after finishing the program, got hired, I actually had it framed, which cost a lot more. But I've had it hanging in my office ever since. And one day, years ago, I looked up at it, and beautiful doors. You think of doors that were built in the 1600s, and wrought iron gates that are really wrought iron, not decorative steel. And 12 of them. And as I sat at my desk, I looked up at them, and I noticed something I had never really thought about before. And that is that every single door was closed. And like a flash, I thought, that's it. That's my job. My job is to make sure that when a student walks across the stage for high school graduation, they have the key to go through any door they want. They get to pick the door. And we've given them the tools. We've given them the keys to make that selection. And so I hope sometime I'll probably have to get a picture and bring it and show it to you. But it has helped me a lot, on days when I'm swamped, just like some days when you're swamped, or days when you're getting a lot of bad news, or just days when things aren't going right, to take a minute and look at that poster and remember, yeah, that's what it's about. So the kids can go through any door they want. And that's important work that I can't do without you, that we can't do unless we work together. And I want to thank you now for what you have done and what we will be doing next year. Thank you very much.